Many of the Trump administration's policies are having direct impacts on Mainers, and a recent executive order calling for the deregulation of our country's fishing industry could continue that trend. News Center Maine's Drew Peters takes us to the coast, where some fishermen are voicing their support for that order.
With President Trump's calls to deregulate commercial fishing here in the U.S., some Maine fishermen are saying they feel it could bring some much-needed change to their industry.
We are importing over 80% of the seafood that's consumed in the United States, and I think that's a huge problem. And it really stems from a lot of overregulation.
In a recent executive order aimed at restoring American seafood independence, President Donald Trump orders the suspension of what he calls overburdening regulations and the reopening of certain national monuments to commercial fishing.
And there were people that had been in those had been fishing in those areas for generations that were just shut out.
Dustin Delano with the New England Fishermen's Stewardship Association thinks the executive order can also lead to more collaborative relationships.
We want to work with regulators. We want some common sense practices. We're not anti-regulation whatsoever.
It's not just about having a seat at the table for crab fisherman Glenn Libby, though. He also supports the president's calls for fishermen to be actively involved in data collection that determines how much of a species can be caught.
Don't deregulate it completely, but get better data and make the fishery more robust.
Libby believes this collaborative data will provide more accurate fish counts, increase catch limits, and attract new fishermen.
And improve the climate for people to think that, maybe I will go ground fishing.
But conservationists with the nonprofit Sierra Club Maine are pushing back, saying current regulations are critical to maintaining healthy fish counts. Club officials writing in part, "If we want to be fishing for generations to come, we cannot compromise on small regulations that protect our ocean ecosystems." Delano agrees that a healthy amount of regulation is necessary, but without the input of fishermen, he feels those regulatory policies will continue harming Maine's fisheries.
Scientists are great at collecting data, at analyzing things, but the people that are the best at catching fish are fishermen.
In his executive order, President Trump says the Commerce Secretary will have a month to identify the most heavily regulated fisheries and take steps to reduce those regulatory burdens. In Port Clyde, Drew Peters, News Center, Maine.